You're tuning to Relationship Wednesday, where we expose the lies, set fire to the bullshit, and show you what real love should actually feel like. This is the Bad Influence Podcast, the one they warn you about. I'm Jordan Banderas, and today we're cutting through manipulation, codependency, and toxic family patterns with a machete. If you're tired of walking on eggshells in your damn relationship, that ends now. Raw truth, real growth. Let's get into it. When did you first realize your relationship wasn't just between two people, but between two families, two histories, two egos, and two sets of unspoken rules? I know, right? I'm starting with a raw question. You thought it was love, didn't you? Just you and them. But the moment things got serious, you realize you didn't just marry a person. You married their past, their parents, their patterns. You married every opinion, every expectation, every generational wound they never healed. And now, your love feels like a group project. Let's be honest, because sometimes it can feel like that. Where everyone's got input, but no one's doing the real work. You're not just managing a relationship anymore. No, you're not. Sorry to break it to you. You're managing personalities, egos, and unsolicited advice disguised as care. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. You're managing the guilt of wanting space, but not wanting to be seen as the villain. Because somehow setting boundaries with family became rebellion. Yes. Believe me, I know. I have cut off my family and it's been a few years and it feels amazing. But at the beginning, they tried to make me feel like I was the bad guy. But let's make something clear. Your peace isn't public property. No, it is not. The hardest part about dealing with in-laws isn't the conflict. It's the guilt that follows. The moment you draw a line, someone calls it disrespect. Yeah, they do. That has happened to me, and I see a lot of people going through the same thing, especially right now. You say no, and suddenly you're cold, distant, or ungrateful. But boundaries don't mean hate. They mean you love your peace enough to protect it. You can love people and still not let them camp in your business. You can appreciate family without auditioning for their approval. Because the second you stop defending your relationship, they'll start designing it for you. It's true. Think about it. If this has happened to you and you look back at your relationship, you'll see that this is something that has happened to you. And the worst part, this is where it gets personal. Because they'll do it with a smile. Oh yes, they will. There's in-laws that do that. I've seen it. And that's not love. It's control dressed up as concern. Do you feel guilty for wanting space? If you do, guess what? I'm here to tell you, you shouldn't. Needing distance isn't rejection, it's maturity. Access isn't a right, it's a privilege. And real love respects privacy, not possession. Think about how you grew up. Yeah, just think about it. Did you learn to challenge authority or survive it? Good question, right? Well, it's gonna get even better. If you were taught to keep the peace, then conflict feels like danger, even when it's necessary. You became the peacemaker, the one who absorbs tension so everyone else can stay comfortable. But that habit doesn't bring harmony. No, it doesn't. It just hides the chaos under resentment. Fast forward to adulthood. Yes, let's fast forward now. You're still walking on eggshells, just in someone else's house. You bite your tongue at family dinners. You smile and stay quiet, even when every word burns. But being polite is in peace. It's performance. It is. It truly is. Think about it. You think you're being the bigger person. But being big doesn't mean carrying everyone's emotional baggage. No, it doesn't. It means knowing when to put it down. You don't earn respect by shrinking. You earn it by standing firm without losing grace. That's what emotional adulthood looks like. How many arguments have you swallowed just to keep the peace? How many times have you let your partner's family cross a line because you didn't want to start a war? You tell yourself, it's not worth it. It is not. Right? You tell yourself that. I've done it. But every time you stay silent, resentment keeps the score. And the silence always collects interest. One day, it turns into distance. You want to scream, pick me. But your partner isn't choosing sides. No, they're not. And that's why I want you to understand. That's why I want to talk about this. Because they're not choosing sides. They're avoiding explosions. They're caught between loyalty and love. So those choices are hard. And you're caught between staying sane and staying polite. And again, those choices are hard. And that's the quiet war nobody talks about when it comes to in-laws or immediate family. You start feeling like a guest in your own relationship. Their family talks over you, undermines you, drops jokes that cut too deep. And when you bring it up, your partner shrugs. That's just how they are, right? No. That's how they've been allowed to be. And it stops the moment you stop normalizing it. The problem isn't the in-laws. It's the boundaries you're afraid to enforce. You keep waiting for respect from people you never required it from. You think silence will earn grace. But silence only confirms permission. That's a good one, right? Respect isn't given to the quiet. No, it is not. It's given to the clear. You're not being mean, and I want you to understand this. You're not being mean. You're being mature. Every relationship needs protection. If outside voices have more influence than the people inside, you don't have a partnership. You have a committee. And committees don't build love. They debate it to death. So it's time to shut the door, tighten the circle, and reclaim your home. Because outsiders only have power where you leave the door open. That's true. Think about it. I want you to think about this because this isn't about me. This is about you. If you feel that your relationship has a committee, then what are you going to do? It's time to dissolve that committee. I remember the day I finally snapped. Not in anger, in clarity. My in-laws had a habit of inserting themselves into everything. Our plans, our arguments, our healing. They'd call my wife with problems that were not even hers to fix. Emotional fires they started but expected her to put out. And every time she dropped everything to go save them. I'd watch her carry their stress like it was oxygen. One call and her entire energy will shift. Her peace, gone. Her joy, drowned under guilt that wasn't hers. At first, I kept quiet. Told myself, that's her family. Let it be. Stay out of it. But I wasn't protecting peace. I was protecting fear. Fear of being the bad guy. Fear of lighting a match in a house soaked in gasoline. Until one day, I realized we were already on fire. We just were not fighting them. We were fighting each other. Every time her parents called, our connection cracked a little more. Every time she ran to fix their chaos, ours grew louder. And I couldn't take it anymore. No, I couldn't. So one night, after another emergency call that hijacked dinner, I looked her in the eye and said, Lovey, I love you. And yes, I call my wife Lovey. She's my Lovey. But you can't keep fixing their messes. You've got your own battles. And so do we. She froze, then quiet. Then something shifted. Because deep down, she knew I was right. She knew it. She knew I was right. The next time they called, I answered. And I said, calm but clear. Look, I know you need help, but she's got enough on her plate. You've got to figure this one out. And I got silence. Tense, heavy. But it was the first time peace felt louder than guilt. Because for once, I wasn't being disrespectful. I was being protective. Protective of my wife's energy. Protective of our marriage. Protective of the home we were building without a committee. After that, something changed. They didn't stop testing boundaries overnight, but we stopped leaving the gate open. They learned that no wasn't rebellion. It was responsibility. And we learned that love doesn't grow in chaos. It grows in clarity. That's when I finally understood. You can't build a strong relationship if outsiders keep rearranging the foundation. You've got to choose peace over permission. Because peace isn't given, it's defended. So what does real peace look like? It's not distance, it's clarity. It's not shouting, it's a strategy. It's looking someone dead in the eye and saying, I love you, but this isn't your space to control. Boundaries don't kill love. They protect it. You can be respectful and still be firm, kind without being compliant, peaceful without being passive. Yes, you can. Think about it. Family shouldn't mean full access. It should mean earn trust. And earn trust starts with honesty, not obedience. Imagine your partner looking at you and saying, we're a team. No more sides. That's when everything changes. The noise loses power. The guilt fades. And your home finally becomes yours again. So start small. Have one honest talk with your partner, not about their family, but about your unity. Ask, are we protecting our love or letting everyone else manage it? Because if you don't define the rules, oh, believe me, someone else will. They'll see that they're going to be like, oh, they don't have rules in the relationship. Let me insert myself. And they'll do it in your living room. So love them, but limit them. Visit, but don't volunteer your peace. Respect them, but don't let them rewrite your story. Protecting your relationship isn't betrayal, it's survival. Peace isn't selfish, it's sacred. So when your in-laws test your boundaries again, and they will, oh, they will, yes, they will, don't flinch, don't explain, don't justify, just remind them, this is our space, our life. And I want you to understand this. Actually, I need you to understand this. You don't need to win the argument. You just need to hold your ground. Because respect isn't negotiated, it's taught. Your relationship is a fortress. Every opinion, every intrusion, every subtle manipulation, that's a test of your walls. So stop leaving the gate open for people who don't live in what you're building. You don't owe your in-laws access. You owe your partner peace. And if you truly want love to last, stop fighting each other about outsiders. Stand together, move as one, because the strongest couples are not the ones who never get attacked. They're the ones who never fight separately. Build your kingdom. Guard your walls. Protect your peace. Real love doesn't need permission to protect itself. Your relationship isn't a democracy. No, it is not. It's a union. You don't owe explanations to anyone outside your home. Draw the damn line. Stand together. Because peace doesn't just happen. It's built, defended, and chosen daily. Stop letting outsiders write your story. Start living the one you're building together. And remember, the choice is yours. And that's it for today. If this episode peeled back the mask on your relationship, don't ignore it. You deserve more than crumbs. Draw the damn line. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss the truth bombs that actually change lives. Share this with someone who needs to wake up to real love, not manipulation. This is the Bad Influence Podcast. Until next time, know your worth, speak your truth, never flinch, and have a great day.